Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Ahmed Elmeligy and today I'm going to be talking about why I chose to be a mental health first aider and why I recommend you should do the same thing. Let me start off with the stats. It is shocking how many people get impacted by mental health every single year. 1 in 5 people will suffer from mental illness every single year. Not only that, a lot of them will not receive the care that they deserve. Think about it, 1 in 5. So the probability of it being somebody that we know, or even us, is quite high. And we have to do something. We have to help the people around us, make sure that we're there for them when they need us the most. The second statistic that stood out to me was the fact that more than 500,000 Canadians miss work weekly due to mental illness. And it costs the Canadian economy more than $50 billion a year. Can you believe that? $50 billion a year. Mental illness and substance use problems not only impact loved ones, but also impacts the bottom line of the society that we live in. So you might be asking yourself, what does mental illness entails? So I think we should go back to what does mental health means. The World Health Organization defines mental health or mental well-being as a state of well-being in which the individual is able to realize his or her own potential. They're able to cope with the normal stresses of life, they're able to work productively, and they are a contributing member of society. On the other hand, mental illness is a diagnosable illness that affects a person's thinking, emotional state, and behavior. It also affects and disrupts their way of life and how they go about doing their day-to-day activities. And you know what's the harsh reality? No one, absolutely no one, is immune from mental illness. It doesn't matter what's your background, what's your educational level, or your income, or any of that. Does not matter. Nobody's immune from mental illness. It's analogous to having a terminal illness. Nobody chooses to get cancer. Nobody chooses to be bipolar. It is just a fact of life. Some people get it, and we as a society and as a community should be there for the ones that get it. Not only that, we should break the stigma around mental illness. And that's why I'm speaking about it loudly. I'm going to speak about it every opportunity I get, because that's how we move forward. Now you might be asking yourself, so how can I be part of the solution? How can I become a mental health first aider? And what is a mental health first aider? Don't worry, I have the answers to all your questions in this video. I did not know anything about mental health first aid up until about a month ago. I learned what is mental health first aid. And I learned it because I came across an ad that said, probably you know what to do if somebody is having a heart attack, but do you know what to do if somebody has a panic attack? And I was actually not quite sure. I think I know how to calm people down. I think I know how to talk to people. I think I'm a good listener, but I'm not quite sure if there is a standard protocol per se to help people that are going through mental distress. So I signed up for mental health first aid. So mental health first aid is the first level of support that's provided to somebody that is developing mental health disorder, or they're in distress, or their mental health is worsening. Quite simply, as a mental health first aider, we're there to listen, reassure, and encourage professional support if needed. And I genuinely believe we can make a difference in the lives of our friends, our loved ones, our colleagues at work, our neighbors. All it takes is honestly just approach people. If they look off, just say, hey, I notice you're off lately. How can I help? Is there anything you want to talk about? It's quite simple. Just approach people. It's that simple. Mental health first aid training does not involve learning concrete, linear tasks to be performed when needed. Rather, it's scenario-based that helps you understand how to approach somebody that's developing mental illness. Now I'll talk to you about how I got myself into mental health first aid. Quite simply, I signed up for the virtual mental health course Let me show you. So quite simply, if you go to the Mental Health Commission of Canada website, so MHFA.ca, and the link is down below in the description of the video, it's going to take you to this page, and then you're going to have two options: virtual courses or in-person courses. For me, virtual is just quite convenient with all the Zoom meetings that we're having lately. I like the idea of just virtually attending a course and being able to complete it online. So if you go to virtual courses, you'll find that there's a number of sessions offered by different instructors and different dates. And just keep in mind, you don't have to attend a course in your city. Just be conscious of the time and make sure you're not signing up to a 5 a.m. mental health first aid course. So if we come back here, you'll notice that there are different instructors, and as well, if you go in, you'll be able to read a little bit more about them, what company they work for, and what's their background, what's their experience, and what allows them to teach mental health first aid. One other thing you'll notice as well, that the price does vary. It ranges from approximately $150 to $250 depending on the instructor. So just make sure you're picking something that you're comfortable with, and as well note that the session breakup is different between the instructors. Some instructors have it in just a one-day session, and some have it across 2 days. So make sure you're choosing whoever you're comfortable with. You can filter by the course date if you have a certain date that you're looking for, or time that you're available. And then the course language is offered in English and French, and the different time zones as well, just so that you're aware of which course you're looking at. So that's it. If you decide to register, now you know how to go about it. What to expect: as soon as you register, a couple of hours later, you'll get a link describing how you go about completing your prerequisite, which is going to be module 1. It talks more about the definition of mental health and mental disorder and what to expect throughout the course. And it took me about an hour and a half, and I don't think it would take you any longer. And that's all you need to do ahead of the session. And then during the session itself, you'll have live instruction with the instructor and the other folks that are taking the class with you via Zoom or whichever platform the instructor is using. Depending on which course you're taking, whether it's a one-day or a multi-day, it's ultimately just the 8 hours or 7 hours split up differently. There's going to be a lot of learning in that given day, but don't worry, it's well structured and you'll have enough time to soak in the information, and as well you'll be able to practice through the scenario-based coursework with the other people that are taking the course and the instructor too. I really recommend you take the course for yourself to recognize how you're doing mentally, and if you need help, to reach out and get the help that you deserve. But also taking the course will help you immensely, being more aware and conscious of the people around you, if they need help, if they're developing mental problems, or their mental well-being is worsening. You'll be able to recognize the signs that they give away that they're experiencing one of these problems. And with your newfound knowledge, you'll be able to approach them and reassure them and be there for them and provide them the support and encouragements they need during that time. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. And I know at this moment in time, a lot of the people that are watching my videos to the end are my mom and my close friends. So I thank you guys. I love you for what you do and supporting me on my YouTube journey. But please know that if at any point you need somebody to talk to, know that I'm more than happy to talk. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I'll pick up the phone, and I'm gonna be more than happy to be there for you. So just give me a call, and don't worry too much about it. With that, I would appreciate it if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.